You're not going to... Look here, you're on private property. Get out of here. Every one of you. You're on private property here. Get away from here.
On this congregation.
Go to.
Oh God, our Heavenly Father, we pray that lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest the table before me in the presence of mine enemies.
Come here, Rabbi.
You restore my soul.
Take your hands off. You go to jail. Me like a human being. You all Get those cameras, guys.
From his vantage point across the street, Dr. Martin Luther King, the Negro leader, watched the proceedings but did not take part. This is CBS News correspondent Harry Arrow in St. Augustine, Florida.
We shall overcome. Deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome. Though I join hands so often with students and others behind jail bars singing it, we shall overcome. Sometimes we've had tears in our eyes when we joined together to sing it, but we still decided to sing it. We shall overcome. No, before this victory is won, some will have to get thrown in jail some more, but we shall overcome.
The 16 rabbis whose names appear on the front page of your program came to St. Augustine to participate in the struggle for civil rights for all. Today we honor them, expressing our gratitude for their generous gifts of time and money and comfort and convenience, that freedom might be enjoyed by all people, irrespective of class or color or position or creed or gender or race. The 16 are heroes. I'll say it again. The 16 are heroes in our country's ongoing struggle for civil rights. All 16 rabbis, help me here, Merrill, 5 of whom are yet living?
6, actually.
6 of whom are living. All were or are still self-effacing people. And they would not want us to celebrate them so much as to celebrate the work we all are going to be doing following their example. Nevertheless, please join me in 3 cheers for the 16. Hip, hip. Hooray! Hip, hip. Hooray! Hip, hip. Hooray! That was so much fun. I'm almost wanting to do, but we won't. Jessica Santori, do I see you? There's a woman over there by the lobby door, and you all can follow her at this time into the conference room where refreshments are there prepared for you, and there will be some more speechifying.
Today, we have a plaque of appreciation to Conte for his contribution. Just a half an hour ago, I received word that he cannot be here to receive this plaque. But in his stead, we have his Director of Sales, Chris Quinlan, to come. Thank you, Chris, for being here. If you'll make sure that hangs in a prominent place here at the hotel or his office. Yeah, feel free to say a word.
Okay, yeah, on behalf of Conti and Kayla Patel, I just want to say thank you so much. It means a lot to them. They're very, they're just very, tied into the city, and this is just very important to them.
Through my agency, I had the privilege and the honor to be able to meet and become Rabbi Hanan Clyde Sills' caregiver. So he has been my client for almost the last 2 years. We have a very unique relationship. Our bond is very close, and When I first met him, that was the first thing he told me. You know I protested with Dr. King. No, I did not know that, but I do now. So I have read articles after articles, heard story after story from him. And so I am so honored to be here on today on behalf of him because he could not travel. So I'm going to read a statement that he has sent for me to read. It says, "Greetings, esteemed guest. Hanan could not be here today because of his struggles with Alzheimer's disease and other health concerns. At 84 years old, I now struggle with significant memory loss, but some things I will never forget. I become overwhelmed with sorrow when I think about how people are still being mistreated today, especially African Americans in this country. It shocks me every time I think about it, and I have to stop to make space for tears and to yell out loud so that my feelings have some place to go. In 1964, I was attending a rabbinical convention in Atlantic City. At the end of my first day, Rabbi Israel Dressner waved a telegram in the air and called us to action. He said that Dr. Martin Luther King asked for us to come and join a protest in St. Augustine. He said that we have to do something because people are still being lynched. Immediately, what came to my mind was the Holocaust, and I knew I had to help. When the larger meeting broke up, a few of us, mostly young rabbis, met with one of our mentors and teachers, Rabbi Horowitz. We talked long into the night and made our plans to attend. We faced resistance from several rabbis at the conference who had congregations in the South. They asked us not to go and stir things up and then leave town. They feared that their congregations would face the consequences of the backlash. My wife at the time also didn't want me to go because we had 2 small children at home. She had a real fear that I might not make it back alive. But how could I not go? She eventually came to support my decision, but we were both truly afraid of what it could mean for us. Ultimately, only 17 of us rabbis went to St. Augustine to support the March for Civil Rights. It was a scary time.
Such demonstrations has created a revolution, and the conscience of the nation has been aroused as never before. The Civil Rights Bill will become law, and much more progress will be attained because this national conscience has been touched in this and other places in the struggle. We praise and bless God for his mighty acts on our behalf. Baruch atah Adonai Maktir Asurim. Blessed art thou, O Lord, who freest the captives. The letter was signed by...
Before the victory is won, some will be misunderstood and called bad names and dismissed as rabble-rousers and agitators, but we shall overcome. And I'll tell you why. We shall overcome because the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends toward justice. We shall overcome because Carlyle is right. No lie can live forever. We shall overcome because William Cullen Bryant is right. Truth crushed to earth will rise again.